Hello everyone, my name is Pixar Prime 10, and today, by request, I am taking a look at the 1994 Hess Rescue Truck. That's right, somebody requested that this would be the next Hess truck I will review, so here it is. And here we have the box that has seen better days. I can't get this to stay in, which is driving me nuts, but it's just the box, it's not the truck, so thank God that the truck is in good condition, and this guy is a little yellowed, a little old, but it's over 20 years old at this point, so we give it some slack. But here we have the box. We have the classic artwork that we have seen for a long time, over 20 years, again, on these boxes. We have the rescue truck right there, which is basically a tow truck-styled fire truck. At the Hess gas station, you got Season's Greetings, Hess Smart. I guess it used to be called Hess Smart and not Hess Express. I'm not really sure on that. But we got a little minivan there, a car there, guy cleaning a windshield. Really pretty night sky. You got the Christmas trees lit up in the background. On the top, you got the Hess Rescue Truck, emergency siren, horn, backup alert, real head and tail lights, pulsating headlights, emergency flashers, 2 Energizer, alkaline batteries. And I am not using those because you imagine how old those are. On the bottom here, you have battery installation instructions, which show the underside of the truck here, so you can actually see it in better detail here than you probably will be able to on my truck, because it's actually outlined here. You got little Christmas trees in the batteries. I wonder if those were actually on the original batteries. You got battery installation and light switch operation, and then you have the sound and flasher operation. You can read that if you want, but I'm not going to. On the front of the box here, we have the front of the fire truck. And of course, in the back, you have the back of the fire truck that says Hess 1994. And yeah, there's the box, but what do you say we get that really cool-looking fire truck out here so we can examine it all up close-like? Alright, now before we actually get the rescue truck out here, one thing that I wanted to show off that I actually got inside the box of my 1994 truck when I ordered it a couple years ago was this. This was taped to the inside. You can see I had to rip it off to show it to you guys, but this was taped to the inside of the box, and it's a coupon from the year that this was sold, which is really, really cool. You can see it says 1994 Hess truck there, and it's a rescue truck. It's a little bent because it was taped to the inside of the box and then was like this up against the front. So I'm going to have to straighten this out because I might want to like frame it or hang it up or something. But you got the 1994 Hess Rescue Truck, and you actually have $1 off super detergent premium 93 octane. You can read all about it here, blah, blah, blah. You get something off, but this is really cool. Look how cool this is. You could have put your name, address, down, how many times you used Hess a month, which is weird. We would appreciate it if you put this information down. One really weird thing that, I don't know, bothers me, that it says right there in big red letters, and actually says in big red letters at the backside here, is prohibited by law in New Jersey. I live in New Jersey, what the heck? Redeemable at any other participating Hess station in all other states. Offer valid January 1st through January 31st, 1995. Oh man, I can't use it because I live in New Jersey. Oh, it expired 20 years ago. You see other side for details, same thing you saw there. But this thing is really cool. This is kind of like what we saw on the certificate of authenticities that came with both the 2004 Hess trucks. The symbol of quality. The Hess toy truck, a holiday tradition for over 30 years, man, it was only 30 years old at that point, represents the uncompromised quality and attention to detail that is the trademark of all Hess products and services. We invite you to try Hess Super Detergent Gasolines, the highest quality motor fuels available today. Happy holidays from Hess. So this is absolutely cool. It's like an old relic of Hess that as a collector, I'm super happy that whoever just sold this to me decided to keep this at the time that they did, because having this is just so cool, and I could tear it if I want to, but I really just gotta find a way to straighten this out, like press it down and put a big rock on top of it or something. But anyway, let's get to the truck. Alright guys, here we have the 1994 Rescue Truck out, and really, just a really cool truck. We have a whole bunch of fire trucks in the Hess history lineup. We have 2005, 2000, 1996, I believe, 1994, and a whole bunch before that too. But it's really the ones like this that kind of just stand out to me as non-generic Hess trucks. This one is just, it's really cool. And as the website describes it, it's a tow truck style fire truck. So this is kind of where you would see like a tow cable with a hook. Now, you guys have heard me said before how much I would love to have a Hess tow truck. There's lots of things I think they need to make. in terms of the Hess trucks, but if they made a Hess tow truck, I'm done. I'm done. I'm happy. I would get them still, but I don't need any more. That's all I want is a tow truck. That would be so cool. But for the time being, this is the closest I guess we're going to get. But it's still really cool. You have, you know, the basics that you would have on a Hess truck. You have the white and green color scheme that started a little bit later down the line. You have all the chrome. You have chrome here, some chrome mirrors, which actually do fold in and out, which is such a nice attention to detail like real mirrors do. That is so cool, how those fold in and out. Because like when I put it in the box, I'll fold those in as if it's going into a garage or something. That's just cool. You have some chrome horns up there, a chrome grille with the whole bumper and headlight deal. You have this here, the step plate, this chrome bit back here, and the chrome bumper, and of course the license plate you got that says Hess 1994. Always some of my favorite parts. You might be able to tell that the plastic is yellowing a little bit on here. It is over 20 years old at this point, but it's not too bad. It's still pretty white and still looks pretty darn good. You have a Hess logo here on the grille that's engraved, which is really cool. You have the actual Hess logo there, the Hess logo on the door. You have the Hess logo there on the roof. You have, it says Hess is one of my favorite parts where it says Hess right there on the siren stack thing. You have Hess gasoline. And of course, if you were to flip it around on the other side, you have the same deal. You have 6 rubber tires. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that make it roll very nicely, and I love these tires because it gives it a bit of a bounce. And it even says, it's really hard to catch, but it even says Hess on the tires with some nice chrome hubcaps with red lining, or red rims. And here you have the underside with all of the proper detail that you would come to expect with 2 switches. But we will get to that in a bit. But yeah, really nice truck. It's a little bit dusty on the windshield here, but if you do look inside the windshield, you can see some seats and a steering wheel, which is just super nice. The steering wheel is a little close to the seats, so I don't know how anyone's supposed to fit their legs in there. But super nice attention to detail that they even mentioned on that little coupon thing that I showed you. So that is just super cool. On the top here, obviously you got a ladder because it is a fire truck, which is why we have sirens here. But we have a ladder right here, which is red with chrome here. That does fully work. You can take it and it goes up with really nice realistic hydraulics. This will also spin all the way around, and I forgot to mention you got a Hess logo on the back there, so that's super cool. And the ladder, if I turn this way, also extends not once, but twice. So you have a fairly long ladder. It's really kind of long. So that's really cool. A fire truck does need a ladder if it's going to go save people from burning buildings. But yeah, probably one of my more favorite fire trucks. You don't see stuff like this anymore on the roads, obviously. You see those big modern fire trucks, which is what we got in 2005. So that's really cool. It would be cool if this was the 1995 truck, because like you have a fire truck in 1995 and then 10 years later you have the 2005 truck, which is just super, super cool. But you know, 1994 to 2005, same kind of thing. So yeah, just a really cool fire truck design that I think works super well, that I think is really cool looking. Probably one of my favorite fire trucks that they've done. I love 2005, but this is probably my favorite fire truck. I really do like it. So yeah, really cool. Now, I did mention on the bottom here, we have a few switches. You probably know what these do. You might not know what this one does, but you totally know what this one does. If you turn this on one way, you get the lights, which you can barely see, but they light up in the front here. The sirens light up. These lights up here light up. This logo is lighting up. And you do have the tail lights with the Hess 1994 logo there. And if I turn it all the way back, you can see we have the flashers. So the lights flash, which is just really cool because it's like an actual fire truck would have, you know, flashing lights. You got the 2 headlights there flashing. Those up there don't flash, but you have that flashing, and then, the taillights don't actually flash. So the only thing you have flashing is the sirens and the headlights, which is pretty darn cool still. And then you turn that off. One thing that I really like about the lights on this truck is it's not overly complicated. It's not like everything's illuminated, kind of like the trucks today, which I don't mind. I think it's still super cool, and I like it, but I like how you just have the headlights, the lights up there, the sirens, and the taillights, because it's kind of like what a normal truck would have. Now, you have a switch down here that says many different things. This one is labeled sound and flashings, or sound and flasher switch. This one is labeled light switch. So we already tested out the light switch, but here we have the sound switch. So if I take the sound switch and put it on one notch this way, you can see that we have a very odd sounding horn. Obviously, they weren't as good with the sounds back then. They couldn't really put in realistic ones that kind of had to work with what they had. But that's pretty cool. You do it one lower. go on as long as you want. That'll go on as long as you want. That is super duper cool. You don't get sounds like that anymore. You still get sounds, but not like that. You kind of just press a button and it goes on for a short amount of time. This one, though, that gets annoying. That'll stay on as long as you want. That's Siren 1. You have the horn. You have one more sound that if I go all the way back... Oh, you can see we have a backup sound. And one thing that's really awesome about that is when that's on, the taillights flash and coordinates with it, which is just awesome. I find that to be super duper cool. I really like that. Now, of course, you guys couldn't see the lights very well before, so what we're going to have to do is turn off my lights so that we can get a better look at this guy's lights. All right, and here we are in total darkness, but we have the truck's lights on. You can see they're actually pretty darn bright. But yeah, here the lights are. Now you can see everything fully illuminated. You have the Hess logo up here, and you can see how bright these things really are. You gotta love these old school lights. They're just as good. You have the headlights here, the Hess logo, two turn signal lights. You have the Hess logo there. You have the Hess logo up top here lighting up this, and the sirens are lit up. You have the Hess 94 bumper, which is a little hard to see, and of course you have the taillights. So yeah, you know, really kind of cool. You guys know who loves the lights? Pixar Prime 10 loves the lights. One of my favorite parts about the truck, and if you want to turn on the flashers, looks kind of spooky. That's pretty cool. And then whoa. One thing that's cool is, I don't want the sounds on. You can use the sounds in coordination with the lights. So since the horn doesn't have any lights, if you want the lights on while using the horn, you just turn the lights on. And you turn the horn on. But one thing that's also really cool is if you just turn on the siren without the lights on, you can see only the headlights and the sirens flash. But if I turn on the lights, you can see everything else lights up to make it fully illuminated as if it's driving through the night with the sirens on. And then with the backup lights, you can have everything with the taillights or just the taillights, which is really cool. One thing that I noticed is, I gotta find the switch here, when you turn on all the lights, it kind of takes power away from the sound. So if I leave this on and turn the lights on while it's on, oh, I can't find it. You can totally see, I'll turn this on for now, you can totally see that it's taking power away, which is kind of odd, but obviously with something like this, it's going to need to conserve the power and use it for different things like the lights and the sounds, but totally cool that you can kind of mix and match whatever you want with the lights that do look absolutely fantastic on this truck. Absolutely beautiful. But yeah, there you go. There is a truck with the lights off. Really cool. Really like the lights, and especially the sounds on this guy. It's just, when you have lights with switches, like that will go on forever. It's just cool. Don't get me wrong, I love the sounds today with the buttons and how you don't have to worry about the battery dying if you, for some odd reason, leave the sounds on. But this was totally cool. Yeah, that is going to wrap it up, guys, for the 1994 Hess Truck review. An absolutely fantastic truck that I totally recommend you adding to your collection. It is just, it's beautiful, it's old, and I love the style of it. It's got a really nice ladder. Coming too close to me. Bad truck, but totally cool sounds, amazing lights, and just a fun truck, and I had an absolutely great time reviewing it. So, I really enjoyed this truck, I really love it, and I'm super happy that it's part of my collection. Now, before we get going, is there a truck that you'd like to see me review for you guys? Well, leave your suggestion down in the comments below, and I'll try to get to your request as soon as possible on the next Hess Truck Friday. Alright guys, before we go, I would like to tell you to follow me over on Twitter at PixarPrime10 for sneak previews and close-up looks at videos coming up in the future, and follow me over on Tumblr for some cool stuff that I post on there. But that's about it for the Hess Truck 1994 review, so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. Have yourselves a great day.